I remember asking myself a long time ago, how can I make my life more sacred? How can I make my mundane, everyday life more sacred? Have more meaning, have more depth. Instead of just waking up and getting ready for work and going to work and hanging out with my coworkers and then coming home after a long day of traffic and turning on my TV and medicating myself, how could I make my life more sacred? What can I do in my life to add more meaning? And if you're watching this, you're probably thinking the same thing. You're probably thinking, how can I make my day less mundane? Groceries, kids, or just, school and work. And every day is the same. Every day is the same. How can I add more meaning to my life? How can it mean more to me than just this? And so we're going to talk about that a little bit more. I'm Shay. Thank you for coming to my channel. This is Thrive Theory. I talk a lot about mindset and kind of just coaching through some things that we all have in our mind. And I do it for myself as well. So thank you for coming and being here. But yeah, this is a big question because life can go fast and life can get very mundane and life can be very boring. I don't know if you heard my video about my uncle who I spoke with, and he basically said he lived the same day for 20 years. 20 years. The same day for 20 years. It's incredible. It's incredible to me. And I just sat there, and I'm so glad I changed my life long ago, but I was just like, how can I add more depth to my life? So here's a couple of things that I did. First of all, I still live in an RV. I still love my little space. I love RVing. I love it. And it's a very small space, but what I've done in that small space is I've created sacred spaces. I've created a space where I have my candles and maybe some rocks and things and memories. And then I have some other places where I have other memories and very like flowers and plants. And, and throughout my home, I'm always looking and I'm surrounded by this beauty. I'm surrounded by things that I love. I'm surrounded by good memories, nice stones, beautiful crystals, candles, smells, fabrics, all the senses like incense and all these wonderful things. So if you can't, because you have a space that you share with other people and you can't make a sacred space, find a space like maybe in your garden or outside or in a she shed or a man cave and make this space yours. Make this space a sacred space. Do not watch TV in this space. Don't do mundane things. Don't make your grocery list. Don't do your to-do list. Don't do any of those mundane things. This is a sacred space. This is where you do things that add more depth, where you read, you journal, you meditate. You get time to be all that differentness. Take yourself out of this world and back into a little world that's just yours. That's just yours. It's this beautiful sacred space filled with candles and fabrics and all these wonderful things and pictures and memories and maybe future goals, maybe a vision board that you have, that you've created, that you're looking at. This is a space where you can do all those things. So in this space, you're not going to do any mundane things. You're not going to watch your TV. You're not going to play on your phone. This is not a TikTok area. This is not a YouTube channel area. This is just where you do those sacred things. So keep that area sacred to you. Okay. So that's number one thing that I've done. Another thing is that I've also taken when I'm doing my errands, when I'm doing my normal everyday things, I'm finding spots in my day to find beauty. You know, when I'm walking in a shopping, I have to go do my shopping, maybe I'll stop somewhere that's a little bit more beautiful. Maybe I'll watch a bee on a tree, or maybe I'll watch some people for a little bit. Maybe get myself a nice drink, like a coffee or something, and sit and enjoy my moment. Detach from this moment of all these things I have to do, all my to-do list, all these things that have to be done, and just take that moment to just ground, be aware of the space that's around me, be aware of all the things that are surrounding me at this moment, and just tune in to that moment. Even if it's for like 1 minute, take that time just to be aware of what is happening at that moment. See all the beauty in it. I don't care if you're in the DMV line, you're standing in line, put your phone away for a few minutes and just observe. Observe how people are acting. Observe how people are moving around. Maybe make up stories about their lives in your head. You know, not judging, but just, you know, funny stories to keep your life interesting. You know, harmless things. Do things throughout the day that will take you out of that everyday on autopilot. You want to get yourself off autopilot. That means when you're coming home from work and you have time, you're not in a rush, and you know you have time, but maybe take a different route home. Take a different route home. And don't take the same thing, because you know sometimes you just like I got home and I don't know how I got home. I just got there because I was just so on autopilot. You don't even recognize the shops that are around you anymore. So take yourself to a different place. Drive to work a different way. Come home a different way. Instead of going to the store the same way, go to a different way. Try to do something different in that moment that is small, that can change it up a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, not big things, just a little bit. So you can be aware of your surroundings. You can take yourself and like, oh, I never noticed that restaurant. I've never seen that bookshop. I'm gonna have to check that out. So maybe just creating a different routine. Create a different routine. And then another thing is maybe like have rituals. I mean, people always think a ritual is a bad thing, but rituals are not like satanic or witchy or any of those things. Rituals keep people in that space of sacredness. You know what I mean is that when I get up in the morning, I will work out and then I meditate. And that's my ritual. And after I'm done meditating, I'll do my tuning forks. I'll smudge a little bit of Palo Santo. And then I just go on with my day. You know, there's nothing weird about this. This is not, you know, maybe take that time to like, just go within, be still, have your cup of coffee in silence. Have a moment to yourself. Create a ritual for yourself. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna work out, and then I'm gonna take 15 minutes to sit in silence and drink my coffee and just enjoy my moment before I set off to head off my day. You know, I know that I have a busy day. I know that I have a lot to do. It's all gonna get done. Let me just take this minute to enjoy myself. Let me just take this minute to remind myself I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy for all the things that I have. My life is really blessed. Like, just find a moment to make it more sacred. Take that time to find beauty and awe. Create a ritual. Create, like when I say ritual, create something that you can do every morning that you're just gonna, like, you're gonna do your power shake. You're gonna get up, you're gonna do your power shake, and then before you go to the gym, you're gonna sit in your car and you're gonna drink your power shake slowly, and you're gonna enjoy it in silence. And just take that minute and be like, all right, I feel good. I feel great. Today's going to be a beautiful day. Today's going to be wonderful. I'm going to nail this day. So just find those moments to create a ritual. And then once you get used to that ritual, it's going to be very hard for you to break it. So make sure it's a good ritual. Make sure it's something that you can do every day. Make sure it's something that you enjoy to do. Don't give yourself something that you're going to hate. Like every morning I got to get up and do this 20 list thing. Like I got to light some candles and dance around, and I got to like go outside and do some more stuff. Like create something that's easy, fun, and expressive. Let me just tune this out for a second. There's just a lot of noise, so I just had to pause it for a second. Another thing that I really like to do that adds more sacredness in my life is I celebrate my wins and my failures. I celebrate them. I celebrate my wins and I celebrate the failures because I learned something. And I'm super grateful for that. Like, get comfortable with failing, because that's what life really is about. That's that gold nugget that we're all looking for, is that feedback. How can I get better? And you can't get better unless you fail. So if you could take a minute at the end of your day, at the end of running around with kids and all the stuff that you had to do, if you took that minute to say, what did I win today? What were my wins? Oh, I got up. I brushed my teeth. I got that errand done. I called that person back. I talked to my mom. I called my grandparents. Small wins. What did I fail at today? I didn't get that job promotion because of this, and this, but I'll get it next time. I didn't win this award, but now I know how I can do better. Those failures, but see the growth in it. Don't put it down without saying how it can get better. Now I failed at this today, but I know how I can get better. I'm going to do this better. I'm going to do that better. I'm going to try harder at this. I know where I can succeed. You can succeed and you can get better because you've done it before your whole life. You've done it before your whole life. So those are some of the ways that I make my life less mundane, more sacred. I create spaces in my life. I fill my life with beauty and fabrics and smells and tastes and all these wonderful things. I take time, even if it's a minute, I take time in my day through my routine to find beauty, to enjoy the moment, to just stop and enjoy that moment. I create really great and very thoughtful rituals in the morning, something I love, something I like, something that's easy, something I can do. I even do a ritual at night. I turn off my TV at a certain time and I read and I do a little night meditation. Those are easy things. I get myself ready for bed, And then lastly, be grateful for your day. Be grateful for who you are. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your failures. Figure it out. Be grateful for all that you have. You are alive today. And nothing's promised for tomorrow. So celebrate those wins every day. Be grateful for yourself and your body and your life and the people around you, and love them and care about them, and tell them how much you love them. Tell them. Let them know without a doubt you love them. You love them and you're grateful for them, and you're grateful for your life because you are an amazing person. Please like and subscribe. Would love to have you here. Sorry about all the noise. I am outside, so that's life. Anyways, love you so much.